ईश्वरं वा सुता श्रीमन् पूर्वा सन्ध्या प्रवर्तते उत्तिष्ठ सत्यसाईश कर्तव्यम्.
Okay, stay with me and let's get ourselves centered in our hearts, please. We, of course, as the ego in form here, are experiencing a world of pain. And that's always true, as needs be. But we also right now are in a world of pain. It feels more overtly painful in these times, and I remember saying, at least 2, if not 3 years ago, just saying that it wasn't going to get better, that each year it was the disparity between the polarization was going to grow larger and be witnessed more manifestly in the world. And while it's true that during this time of greater levels of awakening is being experienced by many more people than is usual, simultaneously, we're seeing just greater levels of violence, greater levels of hatred, greater levels of fear that seem to consume the people who live in those spaces. And it will continue. Not indefinitely, but it will continue. We're witnessing literally the collapse of a global level of civilization, the collapse of modern society. We're witnessing it right now. You're part of the history. And for the purposes of us coming together here for satsang, I would just say that we must do our best to live by those 3 golden rules that I've given out over and over again. Number 1, to not be in denial about what we see happening around us and in the greater world. Number 2, to do what we can to be of service, to be of assistance. And number 3, to let go of any attachment we may have to a desired outcome. Those will remain the 3 constants that you will need to consciously live by and endeavor to live by during this next phase of our collective journey. And then, of course, on top of the 3 rules, there is the golden rule, so to speak, in this work, which is to endeavor to see through all of it. Because ultimately, that is the greatest service rendered to humankind, is to realize the self. And that's why you're here. So, give me 3 good deep breaths. And when you're ready, bring the awareness up from that beautiful heart space and move it up through the crown. And let's just leave our seats and extend ourselves up all the way above the earth to the unified field, the level of the collective Christed consciousness. And as we come down into the field and rest there, connected to all of the collective energy running simultaneously, all of those who are in service at any given moment, selfless service. We rest there, experience the flow of energy, kind of like you get locked into it and then you're part of it. That's why when we come here, unless we are doing something specific, I just allow for the movement of energy to take you where it needs to take you. Just as you are a unique blending of rays of light, your experience in the unified field will be individuated, but you're always intimately connected to all of it. So rather than be specific about the intent and application of our service this evening, let's just intend that the Holy Spirit use us in service in whatever is of the highest good of all concerned, if we can be helpful in the alleviation, even the transmutation of some of this collective pain on the planet. And it's as simple as just making the intention, offering yourself in service. And again, no expectation about what should be, what the experience should be. No judgment about what occurs or doesn't occur. Just your presence is all that's needed, and your love. And the eternal will do the rest. Some will find that in this level of service, they will feel greatly heart-centered, and they will experience wonderful expansion as that love flows from them and is directed to wherever it is needed most. It is like the out breath of God, or when you're working with the rays, it's like the radiation of that energy. And others doing the same work will experience it as the in-breath of God, the magnetization of energy as they take that polarized, discordant energy and bring it through themselves for transmutation. And for those, it may not feel expansive and it may not feel joyous. It is no less impactful, regardless of the energy attached to it. You are there as witness, never as doer. All right, now I'm going to ask you to just internally again, just intend that the energy that is moving run its course, and you'll feel it when it finishes. And at that point, gently take your time and bring your awareness back to the body and take time to reground yourself. And as always, always take that moment to experience gratitude for being allowed to be used in service, and send your thanks to the Holy Spirit and all those that work with and through you.